Well, hello there, beautiful rays of light. Thank you for joining me on the Hill Spot podcast. I am Nikei S Salas, your host, spiritual guide, well-being educator, and all-around inspiration giver. This is about promoting healing. We want to promote healing so we can live better. When we are doing better, we are able to enjoy our lives. And how do we do this? We do this by positively affecting the different aspects of the self, whether that be mentally, physically, emotionally, and the spirit. The spirit loves that. It goes along for the ride. So make sure you subscribe so you can be notified of upcoming videos and life teachings. Thank you for joining me. Peace and blessings. Hello, beautiful rays of light. So today on the Hill Spot podcast, I'm going to talk to you about being a caregiver. Who should be a caregiver, and the opposite, who should not. I say this first. I remember when I worked as a nurse, which a nurse is a caregiver, right? A nurse is more than someone that gives medication, does treatments, and so forth, but is a caregiver as well as the other staff, whether it be CNAs, doctors, maintenance, housekeeping, dietary. We all, and actually in some form or fashion, are caring for someone or giving care. We should, right? Even if you are the person that puts the cart back at the grocery store, you're doing so that person that has to go get it doesn't have to go around the parking lot too long, or it does not go into somebody else's car, right? We all in some form or fashion are giving care. But I want us to question ourselves. Are we being, or are we meant to be a caregiver consistently? This is what I mean. I had posted the podcast episode last week talking about, are we living a lie? When to know when you're living a lie. And this is something I believe in practicing, having that honest, deep conversation with ourselves and saying, is this the best for me? Because we want to do what's well for our soul, right? That's what promotes well-being. When I talk about consistently caregiving, that includes the different jobs, different positions, stations that we take on in life. Because we're not always meant to be in these stations. Just again, like I spoke of last week about when I knew it was time to leave nursing alone for good. It served its purpose, but I knew that if I continued on, I would not be able to give the best care to others who were trusting me with their life, because I was not giving better care with myself by not being honest and saying, this is not no longer for me. When we are in a position or taking on consistently the care of another person, whether it be a loved one or again a job, we should be questioning ourselves, is this for me? Is this for the best of my ability? And be honest with yourself. That's okay. I give you an example which is the combination of many true examples, things that I have witnessed, things I have experienced. I get it that when it comes to our loved ones, that we want to take on this responsibility for them. But again, if we are not fully caring or being better with caring for ourselves, it is very difficult for us to show best care with others. If we are not experiencing and acting and practicing in a way that we're making sure that we are getting the proper nourishment, getting the proper sleep, doing the things to help us to live and to go through our daily activities, and we're working on to think of it as that the saying of a cup full. It don't even have to necessarily be to the brim. That cup does not have to necessarily be filled to the brim, but we should be striving to fill that cup, right? And it starts with us. Again, I speak from my own example. There have been many a times, you all, in the past where I would go into different facilities that I worked. I did not eat. I did not get proper rest. And throughout the day, I would not take my rest breaks, which were designed by law and we should be taking. please be taking your breaks at your job. I don't care if it's just to do a woosah, to just get away from the coworkers, because sometimes coworkers need to get away from you too. Go eat your food. Take those breaks as far as the different kind of leaves and hours that are given in different jobs, whether it be sick leave, annual leave for vacation, and now many companies are giving mental health days. Take good advantage of them so you can rest your mind, so you can recuperate, refresh, and be better to go back to that job or your place of work. So when we are doing the opposite of that, we're not taking our breaks, we're not taking better care of us, it's very difficult because we're working off of less in that cup. So how can we give to someone else if we are working in a deficit? If we are striving to fill that cup up and say it's filled up 80%, you got 80% of lemon water, cucumber water, and I say that because that's my favorite beverage. And it helps me, right? It helps nourish me, it helps refresh me. And then I'm in a better state of being, right? Have a better mind, better body, and so forth. Then I am able to even think better and make a decision not only for myself, but someone that I might be entrusted to care for. So again, if we are working in a deficit, we will be in a deficit and deficient in how we care for others. I give you another example from truth, because I only speak from truth, from my own knowing, from my own experiences. There has been many times, you all, many a times, and I'm going to say this in a very, I'm going to blanket this statement, I guess you could kind of say, because I still want to protect the privacy of those who I have cared for back in the past when I worked as a nurse. But I will say this, there has been many a time where I have heard of people being in charge of the care of their loved ones, and they become sick due to not being noticeable of what was going on with them, taking care of what could have been wrong with them, and it put them in a hospital or took them out of this physical realm before the person that they was in charge of caring for. These are true. This is a fact. I've seen this. That's why we have to ask ourselves, am I in the best position to care for a loved one? And if you are not, allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to be open to let that position be for someone that can give better care to your loved one so you can better care for yourself. That's it, and that's all for today. I wish you all well. This is Nikei S Salas, your well-being educator, coach, inspiration giver. If you have not yet, please subscribe to this podcast and feel so free to share this with others. I'll leave a link below to the different ways you can join me on my website, my different social platforms. Till the next time, peace and blessings. Take care.